Cool. I'm still getting used to this all going live thing. Hopefully it will come out okay. Right, it's been a while since the tea party has gone about. I don't really think that they're entirely relevant by this stage of the game. I've skipped Heirs of Numenor altogether because the tea party wouldn't have a hope in heck. Now, I've really enjoyed the cycle that came after it when I've played through it before. I don't think that the tea party is going to be able to do it. That's Theodred, Eowyn and Aragorn. I'm playing with all the cards up until Flight of the Stormcaller, Greyhaven's cycle, the first deluxe box there. So there's a lot of cards, new cards, but the deck is a very core box concept. So, you know, it's going to be as good as it's going to be. So chances are this video will be quite short. So I'm going to be playing the Stewards Fear. There's loads of fluff in this quest, which is one of the best things about it. Rather than relying just on the little quest card, they actually write like a whole piece in the handout. So the heroes arrive in Minas Tirith with news of victory at Caer Andros and a message for Lord Alcaron from Faramir. Upon arriving at the city, they learn that Lord Alcaron is travelling on important business north in Anorian. You'll have to forgive me for any Lord of the Rings pronunciation. Even so, the heroes are soon furtively summoned to the White Tower by none other than Denethor, the steward of Gondor himself. Word has come to Denethor of the heroes' bravery in the defence of Caer Andros, and he's learned that the heroes have the confidence of Lord Alcaron. In Denethor's mind, such trusted new arrivals are perfectly suited for a special task of a clandestine nature. In the privacy of the steward's inner chambers, Denethor asks the heroes a delicate favour. He fears that a conspiracy has taken root within the walls of Minas Tirith, a cabal under Mordor's bidding that seeks to usurp the stewardship and deliver Gondor to Sauron. He asks that the heroes discover the truth of this matter. And here we've got, you begin your investigation at the Fourth Star, a popular tavern. No, that's the B-side, sorry. Even as foes mass from without, the steward of Minas Tirith fears there are enemies within. You have been asked to investigate the possibility of a conspiracy within the White City. So we've got to create the Underworld deck. So what that involves is basically taking all the enemies from the two random sets and putting them into a separate set with some clues in. So there aren't many enemies in this deck. Remove the roots of Mindaline from the encounter deck and set it aside out of play. Shuffle all the villain cards and randomly set one aside out of play without looking at it. Remove the others from the game. Repeat this with the plot cards. That's those two tucked under here. This is where you really get a sense of where the Arkham card game started to pick up its pace with the focusing is turning out to be a real nightmare on live with this like randomization, so that you're not going to have the same setup every single time. You know, you're not going to know who's behind it. I'm really hoping that this is going to refocus at some point, but you know what, we'll just plow on. So we've got to have the Fourth Star. It's the active location. This is the Fourth Star. Lovely looking place. 3 threat. Underworld X, where X is the number of players in the game. So Underworld is a new keyword that came out for this quest. It basically means that many cards from the Underworld deck are put face down under the location, and when the location leaves play, those cards are revealed. And response: once the Fourth Star leaves play as an explored location, each player may draw 1 card. And it was... and this is the active location. Now, there's actually no progress that's required on this quest. It's after an active location leads players as an explored location. Place 1 resource token on this quest. If there are 4 or more resource tokens on conspiracy, advance to the next stage. So really, we need to explore 4 active locations. Very clever word in there to avoid just sending... what's the name of the horse? Can't remember Glorfindel's horse now. God, that's so upsetting that I can't remember that. Just to explore all the pubs without actually getting there. You actually have to go there, which is a nice touch. So Underworld X, so there's 1 card under there. It might be a clue. It might be an Umbar Assassin, in which case GG. It's basically over. I'm going to have to hope that the focus improves as the video goes on. I'm just going to plow on. So I haven't done my starting hand or my resources yet. Basically, looking strongly for Steward or... Man, my brain has gone complete Celebrian Stone, because that would mean that my resource disparity between spirit and leadership wouldn't be quite so bad. Right, okay, so... Well, we've got Steward of Gondor, which is hilarious in this scenario, of course. So we've got, let's sort these out into tactics and spirit. Well, we've got Arwen, which is fantastic. Dwarven Tomb, great. West Road, brilliant. Steward, Gimli, Snowborn, great starting hand. Yeah, go on, let's stick with that. So, first turn, starting threat is 29. Ooh, we've come a bit more into focus. Fantastic. Right, so standard play. Steward of Gondor, onto Aragorn, which, you know, thematically is always hilarious, but especially when the steward is giving him a special mission. Spend those two, tap it to gain 2. I'm not going to be too specific with tapping Steward of Gondor unless I get Heir of the Mandible. I'll just assume I've always tapped it. So, can't really afford anything else, so let's... I mean, I could play a Snowborn Scout. And you know what, just in case we get... there are loads of cards that just murder allies. So, let's not play the Snowborn Scout. Alright then, so questing. Let's... Well, there's nothing currently in the area. Do you know what? Let's be a little cheeky and let's just send Eowyn and Theodred will give his resource to Eowyn. Because purple's going to be absolutely fine with the resources. I could send Aragorn, but then I could leave myself with no defenders, so I'm not going to risk it. I know he could pay to ready. Oh, is that worthwhile? Yeah, go on. So pay to ready. And we've got false lead. Super cool art. When revealed, end the quest phase without resolving the quest. Yeah. So we make no progress, and that's the end of the quest phase. So, not great, but there we go. So, no travels or anything else. Goes to 30. Everyone readies. Draw a card. Ooh, the 9th guide. After she enters play, choose a hero. That hero does not exhaust a quest this round. Nice and handy. And then 1 for Thane, 1 for Eowyn. And 3 for our Steward of Gondor. Right. Okay then. Now, Gimli. Seems like the sooner we get him out, the better. We can use a bit more of this space actually. My camera is so different from the YouTube Go Live. Because who would be better to uncover a conspiracy for Denethor than Gimli? Although all those allies and traitors cards is going to be absolutely brutal with Gimli. So let's go Arwen as well. And you know what? Let's play a Snowborn Scout. So we've got a rubbish ally as well. And that's 1 progress onto the 4th star. Right. Cool. Alright, so questing. Theodred, Eowyn, Aragorn, Gimli, and Arwen. Wow, that's a lot of quest. Arwen will give her +1 defense to Gimli. Actually, no, she'll give it to Aragorn. And Theodred will give his resource to Aragorn. Aragorn will spend it to ready. Now, another treachery. When revealed, return all brigand enemies engaged with players to the staging area. If this effect returned no brigand enemy to the staging area, lurking in shadows gains surge. Local trouble. Attach this card to the hero with the highest threat without a copy of local trouble attached. Counts as a condition attached with the text. When the attached hero exhausts, readies, or triggers an ability, raise its controller's threat by 1. Turns out, how thematic is that? Yeah, like I'm the Steward of Gondor. Oh, we don't like that. Yeah, fantastic. On an auto-readying character, that's going to be painful on Aragorn. So that is a bucket of progress. So we've more than finished the 4th star, which technically is not a victory point location. So should go into the discard pile, although I really thematically hate that. So it's left players and explored location, so I get to draw a card. Northern Tracker, be pretty useful in the city. And that reveals the Underworld card, which was a Pickpocket. Forced, when he attacks, the defending player discards 1 resource from his hero's resource pools and a card at random from his hand. Cool, so he's there. And we put a resource token onto Conspiracy because we explored a location. And because an enemy... Oh no, it wasn't revealed from the encounter deck, so Gimli doesn't ready. Right. Man, local trouble is going to make Aragorn so bad. Now, he's going to engage, so we engage the Pickpocket. Now, the Snowborn Scout has got a decent chance of surviving this, and it means Aragorn can actually chop it down. So, Snowborn Scout, leap to the defence. Attacking enemy gets +2 attack. That's 1 dead Snowborn Scout. And I have to lose a resource. That goes from Eowyn, and I have to discard a card at random. It is the Northern Tracker. I guess he's going to go and track down the family of the Snowborn Scout that just got murdered. Aragorn will kill the Pickpocket. He exhausts, which raises my threat by 1. End of the round. Threat goes up by 1. Threat goes up by 1 again because Aragorn readies. Oh dear. This... there is very little chance we're going to get to the bottom of this conspiracy before Aragorn threats out. Envoy of Pelagir, good card. 1, 1, and 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. Let's go for an Envoy of Pelagir, spending Aragorn's, and she will give a resource to another noble, which can be Eowyn. And that's all our play. Questing, Theodred's going, Eowyn's going. Theodred will give his resource to Eowyn. Gimli's going to go, and Arwen's going to go, and she will give her defensive bonus to Gimli. Right. Oh, lost in the city. Each player must search the encounter deck and discard pile. Love that part. For 1 city location and add it to the staging area if able. Shuffle the encounter deck. This effect cannot be cancelled. Usually this is absolutely horrible, but in this instance, I'm actually really pleased. So I could go through a city streets, which would give me Surge. But there is no underworld on the city streets. Let's see what the encounter deck has to offer in the way of locations. We could have the Storehouse, which is 2 threat, 2 progress required, Underworld 1. House of the Dead, Underworld 2. After the House of the Dead becomes the location, exhaust all heroes. Deary me, that seems awful. Market Square, 3 threat, 1 progress. Immune to player card effects. Each player must spend 1 resource from one of his heroes' resource pools to travel here. Well, that seems pretty good to get out now. Cool. Let's go to the Market Square. So 3 threat, there's nothing compared to all the stuff I sell. As if Aragorn now has to like lay low because claiming himself as the steward has attracted too much trouble. Fantastic. And Arwen has started to buff somebody else that will quest. There you go. That whoever gave you the advice to announce yourself as steward is looking pretty stupid now. Right, unsurprisingly, we will travel to the Market Square. Looking at my hand, I really want to keep my spirit resources under control, so Theodred will pay to enter the Market Square. Everyone comes back. Threat only goes up by 1 this time. Card, another West Road Traveller. And that is 1, 1, and 1, 2, 3. We don't really need a West Road Traveller yet, so I'm just going to sit on those cards. Right, questing, Theodred and Eowyn are going to go, giving the resource to Eowyn, Gimli and Arwen, and Aragorn's going to sit and moan to the envoy of Pelargir. City Streets, Surge. While City Streets is in the staging area, players can't travel to a location that does not have the title City Street. Sewers, Underworld 1. When revealed, put the top card of the Underworld deck face down underneath the active location. Damn it, we tried to go to the Market Square because there wasn't an Underworld, and turns out there was one. We've now got enough locations for what we need to do now, though. So that's 5, that's 5, that's 4 progress. Well, that's the one we needed. And then that's a resource token on there, and it reveals the Underworld card. Another pickpocket. Right. And we have to go to the City Streets. And it was not revealed from the encounter deck, so we don't really. The pickpocket is going to fight. So he engages. He'll kill the envoy if she defends. Probably still worthwhile. So envoy defends the pickpocket. Defending player discards all resources in his hero's resource pools. Well, looks like saving for a rainy day was the wrong option. What a pickpocket. God. Oh, and got to discard a card. A West Road Traveller. And he's crushing these spirit allies. And the envoy is dead. Aragorn will kill the pickpocket, which raises my threat by 1 because he exhausts, 1 when he readies, and 1 for the end of the round. So we're up to 37 now. Whew, and yet, those guys are the nice enemies in there. Oh, the Pelargir ship captain allows me to move resources around. Might not be a bad shout right now. So we'll play the Pelargir ship captain. Oh yes, I saw where your envoy went. She was murdered by that pickpocket. And he'll give one of Aragorn's resources to Eowyn. She's still not going to spend it yet though. Questing, Theodred, Eowyn, give the resource to Eowyn, Gimli, Arwen, and Pelargir ship captain sit and drink with Aragorn. Oh, it's Lurking in Shadows, which I believe gains Surge because there are no brigand enemies to return. Oh, more local trouble. Deary me. So the highest threat cost without a copy of Local Trouble. So Eowyn has also started to cause trouble, probably because of the small fortune she amassed. Right, okay. So that's 3 in the area. So that's 5, 9, minus 3 is 6 progress. So that finishes City Streets, which puts us to progress there. And then we'll travel to the sewers. So, end of the round, Eowyn readies. And my threat goes up by 1, so I'm up to 39. I don't think I've put any condition removal into deck, but we have put in threat removal. Boom! That couldn't have been more helpful. So now Aragorn's screaming at Eowyn, but if you lay here, surely time will be against us. Not when I can call up the Galadrians on my spirit mobile phone. So, Galadrian's greetings, lower my threat by 6. There we go, that makes up for all the drinks they've been having in the pub. I realise that it actually means like there are people antagonising them or whatever, but I do like to think it's just crushing alcoholism. There's nothing in the area, I don't really need to worry about Eowyn. So Theodred, give yourself a resource, pal. Gimli and Arwen. Although 3 is required, we're only 5, but needs must, I'm not raising my threat. Ah, the Underworld Dissident. So Gimli actually readies for the first time ever. So he's 3 threat, which means we only put 2 progress. That's a shame. And he gets +1 attack for each Underworld location in play. So he's currently got 3 attack. Right. So, well, he engages. Defend with the with Gimli. No shadow text. So that's 3 attack on 3 defense, thanks to Arwen. So that just bounces off. And then we need 4 to kill him. So Aragorn and the Pelargir ship captain will combine to kill him, raising my threat by 1 for Aragorn exhausting, raising my threat by 1 for Aragorn readying at the end of the round, and raising my threat by 1 for him to the end, to just being the end of the round. Oh, Gimli, you took that punch very nicely there. Well done, pal. Ah, Gandalf. Tell me where is Gandalf? He's right in my hand. And we will be playing him ASAP and lowering the threat. Aragorn, you must not drink. It's not good for you. Right, so let's play the G-Man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's lower the threat by 5. Back down to 31. Nothing like bringing Gandalf into Minas Tirith to lower the threat of local trouble. Right then, so we just need 1 progress here. So Theodred, Gimli, and Arwen should be enough for 1. I'll hold back Gandalf. Oh man, Gandalf could really kick some butt if a card comes out that turns him into a traitor. It has not, but the House of the Dead has come out, which is a right pain, because it's Underworld 2. So that's 4, we've got 5, that's 1 progress, which finishes that, which puts the Underworld card into play. Oh, it's the LOTR Bandit. So when it engages a player, that player discards 1 resource from each of his hero's resources pools. 2 resources instead if the LOTR Bandit was not optionally engaged. Cool, and that's 4 progress on the conspiracy. So we finish that, we'll go on to the next one. The Grand Design. You have uncovered crucial information about the dissident plot, and even gleaned hints about the conspirators' secret leader. Clues have led you to a cavern deep in the heart of Mount Mindolin. As you descend into the ancient rock, you begin to suspect that the clues that led you here have been misleading, that you have been lured away from the city streets for a purpose. When revealed, reveal the set-aside plot card added to the staging area. This is the problem with not knowing which one's the plot. There we go. Right. Up in Flames. At the end of the round, place 1 resource token on Up in Flames and discard the top X cards of each player's deck. X is the number of resource tokens in Up in Flames. If any player has no cards in his deck, the players have lost the game. Excellent. Well, with my very minimal draw deck, that will not be much of an issue. Good. Well, that's about the best plot we could hope. So they're trying to burn down Gondor, a city made of stone. Great plan. Well done. So, when revealed, make Roots of Mindolin the active location, returning any other active location to the staging area. Forced, after the active location leaves players in an explored area, place 1 resource token on this quest. If there are 4 more resource tokens on the Grand Design, advance to the next area. Next stage. So the Roots of Mindolin are 2 threat, 5 progress, Underworld 1. Each location in the staging area gets +2 quest points. And Underworld 1 goes under there. Cool, so the LOTR Bandit, LOTR Bandito, he's a bit of a beast. No enemies were revealed from the deck, so Gimli isn't ready. Now Gandalf can take it on the chin, but then we need 6 to kill him. And Aragorn and the Pelagia ship captain can only do 4. Or I can let the Pelagia ship captain get murdered, and Aragorn and Gandalf can combine to kill him. It's probably the best play. So, LOTR Bandit engages. 1 resource goes from each hero. On the Pelagia ship captain, if this attack destroys a character, remove all tokens from the current quest. Whew. Lucky to get that when we did. So he's gone, and then Gandalf and Aragorn combine to kill him, which raises my threat by 1 for Aragorn exhausting, 1 for him readying, and 1 for the end of the round. And a resource token goes on to Up in Flames. And 1 card gets discarded. Oh no, Celebrian Stone. It's so symbolic of the fact that Arwen clearly doesn't love lazy, drunk-focused Aragorn anymore. Gandalf leaves play. And all this local trouble. We'll have no trouble here. Oh, this is a local shop. And all the threats done. So Resources and card. Resource. Oh, Galadriel. I heard the city was in flames. I've come to help. Right, and we've got 4 threat in the area actually, so time to stop fudging around. Right then, so Galadriel. All from Aragorn. So, from your hand, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an attachment of cost 3 or less and put it into play. There aren't many attachments in this deck, but so Unexpected Courage is the obvious choice because Do-Day Mark it's only really useful on Aragorn, and he's not really going to be doing that much attacking. Whereas if I put Unexpected Courage onto Theodred, it does mean he can quest and attack. So, and you know what? That courage is bloody unexpected, because the courage is unexpected because no one expected him to be doing all the work, but because of these two's local trouble, he's suddenly been able to step up. Now I could play a Nath Guide here, which would allow Eowyn to quest without exhausting. However, I already have 5, 7, 8. Now that's not going to be enough to finish the routes, not with the House of the Dead there. So I think I will go with the Nath. Of course, I have got the West Road, which would swap the House of the Dead. However, if I do that, all characters get exhausted. So that would actually, using the West Road Traveller would actually be really bad. If I put in the, no, I'm not going to put in the Nath Guide, because if we get that treachery that cancels the quest phase, I've cancelled for nothing. So Theodred gives himself the resource. He readies with Unexpected Courage. Gimli's going Arwen and Galadriel. It's the Sewers, Underworld 1. Place the top card of the Underworld deck face down underneath the active location, if able. So that has Underworld, and Roots gets another one. Ugh, this Umbar Assassin is going to be coming out. Right, so that's 7 threat. That's, I believe, 8 progress. Ooh, 8. So that's only 1 progress. Deary me, that was not good. Can't travel anywhere. Got no way around this. Oh dear, oh dear. And Galadriel leaves play. Okay. I completely forgot about the fact that Up in Flames making me discard cards. So, I need to rearrange my deck. That's probably going to be the best bet. So another token goes on there. 2 more cards get discarded. Orothin and Dunedain Mark. Oh, is Orothin the one to discard? No. Do you know what? Treebeard and Dunedain Mark. So I could order my deck from Treebeard's, from Galadriel coming into play. Right, then we get Orothin back. Oh, a new round. I thread up by 1. You know what? I'm going to have to just bite the fret to get through this. So there, and 3 there. Right, so playing Orothin. Ranged, after he enters play, return a Sylvan ally from your discard pile to your hand. Unsurprisingly, Galadriel has come back. And I'm going to play the Nath Guide as well. Which means people don't exhaust. I can choose a hero and they won't exhaust a quest. So I'll choose Eowyn. Right, so Theodred, Eowyn. Theodred gives his resource to Eowyn. Oh no, she's not exhausted. Gimli, Arwen, Orothin, Nath Guide. Oh, now we're going to need some defenders. Stay back, Nath Guide. Another sewer. Oh my gosh. This is very bad. So that's 6, 10. That's 1, 5, 7, 9, 11. Deary mate, so that's only 1 progress. God, this got a card from hand really, but can't really justify it. Deary me, 1 progress. Can't believe I'm getting location locked in a solitaire game. Oh, that's the full extent of that. Oh, and technically none of them exhausted, so that was fine there. A token goes on there, discard 3 cards. Valiant Sacrifice, a Nath Guide, another Steward of Gondor, so that's fine. Thread it by 1. I think I'm just going to have to forget all about my threat and just go as hard as I can go now. Oh, another Nath Guide, amazing. Right, let's play another Galadriel. Top 5 cards, have an attachment. There are no attachments in here, but I can choose which of these I don't want to be discarded. Test of Will. I don't want you to be discarded, so you go like that. I need to. I'll play the West Road Traveller and swap out Roots of Mandolin with one of these Stewards. Because at least it's 1 less threat. And it means these have got a lower threat as well. Alright, questing. Theodred, Eowyn. Theodred gives his resource to Eowyn. Gimli, Arwen, Orathan, Nath Guide, Galadriel, West Road. Yeah, go on, Nath Guide. You go as well. So everyone but Aragorn, basically. Thread up by 1 because Eowyn's exhausted. City Streets, Surge. Underworld Dissident, who's going to hit like a truck with all these underworld places. So that's 5, that's 10, that's 14. Good God, that's 5, that's 7, 9, 11, 12, 15, 17. So that's 3 progress, which is exactly what we needed on the sewers. A scrap of history. Exhaust a hero to claim its objective, add it to the victory display, and place 1 resource on the current quest. So that's a resource from that. Right, we've got to go to the city streets. The Underworld Dissident is on 1, 2, 3. He's on 5 attack. Oh, and that ready skimmer. Cool. And Theodred's ready. Right. Okay then. So he engages. I mean, Gimli, I think you're going to have to take this one for the team. No threat. No shadow text. So that's 5 on 3 defense is 2 wounds. Oh, he's just standing. Aragorn and Theodred can combine to kill him. I'm just going to have to do it. So Aragorn and Theodred combine and kill him. Thread up by 1, thread up by 2, because Eowyn and Aragorn ready. Thread up by another 1 to the end of the round. Token onto there, 4 cards get discarded. Sneak attack, Snowborn, Envoy, Bilbo, Galadriel leaves play. Draw a card. Test of Will, so I can guarantee myself a quest phase. Oh dear. It's not looking good, guys. Dun. Right, well, realistically, the Nath Guide's just got to be played because she's got to be played. Now, I have got Dwarven Tomb, which would allow me to take a spirit card back into hand. Now, there's obviously Galadriel's Greetings would buy me 6 threat, which is pretty good, but there's also the Northern Tracker, who could start putting progress onto all of these locations. So it does mean I then don't have enough resources. No, I will have enough resources for Test of Will. So I'll play Dwarven Tomb to take a spirit card back into hand. take back Northern Tracker, play the Northern Tracker for 4 resources. I'll put some of these extra allies up along the way. Then spend 2 resources from... No point spending them from Theodred, from Aragorn, to play another Nath Guide, who'll name Eowyn. Right. Then questing Theodred, Eowyn, Gimli, Arwen, Orathan, Nath Guide, Northern Tracker, West Road, Traveller, but not that Nath Guide. Oh no, yeah, not that Nath Guide. Right, and the Northern Tracker puts a progress there, and there. These won't count for resources, but I need to thin out some of this. I don't really want to go to the House of the Dead either. Storehouse, Underworld 1. You know what? That's eminently manageable. Now, does Underworld trigger enters play, leaves play? Yeah, oh god. So that's 6, 9, 11. That's 5, 7, 9, 11. Plenty. City Street's done. Puts a resource token there. Alright, now we've got to choose where we're going next. Really don't want to go to Roots of Mandolin because it's got 3 Underworld cards under it. Let's go to the Sewers. And Theodred will exhaust to grab a scrap of history, which puts a resource token onto there, which means we just need to do the Sewers. So, threat goes up by 1. It would be really nice, although very statistically unlikely, to get another Gladron's Greetings. That's 5 tokens on Up in Flames, 5 cards. Gladriel's Handmaid, Arrestor, Envoy, Durday Mark, Hasty Stroke. 1 card. It's a West Road Traveller. A small army of resources. I don't really want to swap anywhere with the West Road. But it's not the end of the world if I... Oh no, it is worse. So I won't play the West Road Traveller. So it would. So the threat in the area would go up by 1, but my questing would go up by 1. It's still worth the increase. So I'll play the West Road I don't have enough resources. Right, Theodred's going. Gimli, Arwen, Orathan, West Road, Northern, and 1 Nath. Now that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 and there's 6 in the area. Okay. Aha! A knife in the back. Randomly select 1 ally controlled by the first player if able. The first player deals X damage to one of his heroes, where X is that ally's attack, then discard the ally. Now, worst case scenario, that's 2 attack and I lose 2 progress. I can cancel it, but do I want to hold on to that to cancel worse shadow effects? This will not kill anyone. There's 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11. So whichever ally goes, we still complete the quest. So, who wants to bet that it's Gimli been driven mad by Arwen's flirtatious seductions and the wound he took in battle? Alright then, the traitor is Orathan. We should have known. Well, that's a really bad one. So that's 2 wounds. He'll do 2 wounds to Theodred. I'm sorry, other allies, for ever suspecting you. Gimli had 2 wounds, and he always has Arwen's favour. Right, the Northern Tracker puts progress there. Oh, and there. I tell you, Northern Tracker's not going to be able to go on another quest because otherwise he's going to flood the area with Underworld cards. So that's more than enough progress to finish the sewers, which puts another resource on here, reveals Underworld card. It's a secret map. Exhaust a hero to claim this objective and attach to a hero. If the attached to a hero, add secret map to the victory display. Place 3 progress tokens on the active location. Cool. Thanks, secret map. Not such a secret after all. So we finish that. We go on to the third stage. The confrontation. You have unmasked the conspiracy and its champion is upon you. The wheels of treachery are in motion, and only a heroic effort can stop the Cabal's plan in time. When revealed, reveal the set-aside villain card and add it to the staging area. 15 progress required. Shuffle the Underworld deck into the encounter deck. Well, there's not much of it left. Players can't defeat the stage while the villain is in play. If this stage is defeated, the players have won the game. Ooh. Do you know? Oh, man. Man, this is going to be tough. So, and the villain, I think it's Northern Tracker, like, finishing those locations. Yes, that's 8 threat gone, but it's revealing all those Underworld cards. It is the daughter of Baruthiel, who's 3 threat, 5 attack, 3 defense, 5 hit points. She cannot be optionally engaged. After the daughter of Baruthiel attacks, return to the staging area. The engaged player may raise his threat by 4 to prevent this effect. Ow. So, I believe there was an 8th guide and an Aragorn and an Eowyn that didn't quest. To kill her, I'm going to need 8 attack. That is not going to be easy to come by. So, travel. If we travel to the House of the Dead, we have to exhaust all characters. I mean, that seems pretty bad, doesn't it? Let's see. Theodred, you're ready. So I can get to 5 attack. That's not going to be enough. I've got to save up more if I'm going to be able to beat her into the dirt. I've got to go to somewhere. Right, let's go to the storehouse. So she engages. She's going to fight a 8th guide. Get rid of the Zealous Traitor. I like that. 8th guide's dead. She runs back into the staging area. My threat goes up by 1. A 6th token goes on here. The Gladron's Handmaiden, a Gandalf, a Faramir, oh dear. Another Gladriel's Handmaiden, a Hasty Stroke, and a Snowborn Scout. I can't remember if I put my threat up by 1. I'm going to assume I didn't and try and be as honest as possible. Right, resource. Oh, we should have another resource because he could have given himself 1. Resource. So we could buy our way out this problem. And a second test of will. Not really what I needed to see there. Oh no, of course, we would have gone to the roots of Mindolin because we had a West Road Traveller in hand, which means we can play the West Road Traveller, swap the location, and not, therefore, reveal a bucket of Underworld cards. Alright then, so, questing, Theodred, Eowyn's going, throw it by 1. I'll be able to get my threat just high enough to keep her engaged before I lose the game. Arwen is going. The 9th guide is not. The Northern Tracker is not. Both the West Road Travellers are. This is nowhere near enough questing. Problem is, I can't send anybody else because I need the attack to bring her down. because I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just going to have to do that. It's a storehouse. There's no underworld deck, so card doesn't go there. So that's 4, 6, 8, 11. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can discard a card to boost Eowyn, which I will, which finishes the storehouse. And what extra underworld hell do we get? Oh, the Zealous Traitor. Oh, that's great. He's going to kill everyone. So, engagements will optionally engage him. He does 1 damage to every... Oh, that kills Gimli as well, which fucks it. And the Knife Guide. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We really shouldn't have looked in that storehouse. So when she engages... I cannot kill her. No, I can't kill her. I can only do 7 wounds. Well, let's go down fighting. So, he gets a card, she gets a card. Right then, the Zealous Traitor has got 3 attack. Aragorn's going to let it through undefended. Aragorn takes 3 wounds. The Daughter of Brumiel going through undefended on Eowyn. If his attack is undefended, remove 1 token from the current quest. No tokens to remove. She kills Eowyn. And then Theodred, Aragorn, and the Northern Tracker combine to leave her mortally wounded, raising my threat by 4 to achieve that effect. And at the end of the... Oh, and then when Aragorn exhausts, we go to 50, and we lose. We lost, but she was bloodied. Cool. Well, that quest went pretty much as expected. Getting those local troubles early just shut Aragorn and Eowyn out of the game. But do you know what? It was still a pretty good quest, and I think it was a real breath of fresh air after Heirs of Numenor and the horror that started. So the Tea Party's going to carry on. I'm definitely not going to replay a quest because I don't think I'm going to win many this cycle. So I'm just going to have to try and do the best I can. Hope you enjoyed it. For the next one.